3 weeks in. I'm standing in front of the kitchen window again. Elbows pushing into the counter, piercing eyes watching our neighbours, wondering what conversations people are having while walking their dogs. It feels as if I'm pushing thick pieces of wool through the tiniest eye of a needle. I'm trying to make something work of which I know is impossible. I'm fighting mosquitoes in the dark. I'm chasing the tail of every dog. I'm trying to catch a ray of sunlight between my fingers. I'm 3 weeks in, and I've abused the inside of our pockets. While trying to learn to sew a garment, I've blown every socket. Every fuse has burned through, and I'm stuck in this constant ecstatic dance, stomping my bare feet on the floor. I'm waving my hands, spinning my body, shaking my hips until I'm sore. I've become close family with all the different faces that approach our door. All those carton boxes have now become a second palace to spend our empty days. As a spoiled and stuck-up heir, I wander through the hallways and think of how to fill another void. Because I don't dare to sit down with my own thoughts and offer myself some afternoon tea. Spending time with my own thoughts frighten me. The empty spaces in my mind have become cold, dark chambers, and I'm waiting for another postman to fill my basement. I'm 3 weeks in, and I'm doubting to open the door to my own thoughts. This boredom is persuading me to follow the crack of light that's been calling me when I've been up all night worrying. By now, there are breadcrumbs on the floor. There is this scent that smells like fresh baked bread, and the cold coming from my mind has now become a warm and soothing blanket. It's a trap. It's a trap. We've never gone that deep and experienced fluffy toys surrounded by pastels and soft fluid gradients. We've never opened that door and seen the French summers we used to experience in our teens. I've never felt fatherly love and motherly trust when diving into my brain, so give me an arm of flippers and oxygen to battle this monster inside of me. I'm 3 weeks in, and it's time to take the plunge. I have to jump, dive, and go deep. There is this yawning black hole in front of me, and avoiding it is now hopeless. I feel sweat escaping every pore. Tiny drops of fear cling on to every hair I haven't shaven since quarantine. By now, my hands feel wobbly. They are shaking even more than the days I rode drinking coffee as a reoccurring daily duty. Tears are showering down my cheeks. The amount of water leaving my eyes has ascended with 200% comparing to the past few weeks. Am I that much of a pussy? While I'm slowly losing control of fluids leaving my body, I realize this kitten needs cuddles and petting, but I'm no kitten and there aren't any fully functioning 1.5 meter stroking and cuddling options. Suddenly, we are 4 weeks in. Time crawled past me without me noticing, and I'm balancing between fight or flight. Fighting to keep my spiraling thoughts restrained, jumping through hoops of fire, balancing on ropes and ladders, but also flying towards that black hole in front of me. Slicing clouds in two, smashing sunbeams to mush, trying to stop this uncontrollable dance taking over my body, discovering my own pause button. Somewhere in this chaotic choreography, there is a screaming child trying to get my attention. But I haven't listened to her for 3 weeks straight. I finally look at her, and she is crying. I haven't taken care of her for the past 21 days. She looks tired and weak, although she used to be a tough cookie. In her hands, she's holding a pair of flippers and the oxygen she desperately needs. Let's break the cycle, she says. Please? So I start reframing our deserted days and fill them with nurture, love, and structure. I cut the dogtails in half, befriend the mosquitoes in the dark, and become close neighbours with rays of sunlight. We have nature for breakfast and healthy habits for lunch. When dinner comes, we fill our spoons with a bunch of positivity. At the end of the day, dessert is served, and we catch up on compassion and clarity. This is the new normal. The in-between moments of the past have now become our pause button. When there are minutes left, we don't feel them, but we feed them. I'm 5 weeks in, and I'm sitting in our tiny garden. Bum cheeks pushing into the pillows, my clear eyes are following a robin. This at-ease attitude is enjoying how a sparrow sings. My hands have been digging in the soil, making sure the bees now have their own personal drive-in. I welcome my new companions. On the table, there are drawings lying in front of me, portraying beautiful yet pointless moments. On the ground, you'll find my walking boots, still moist from another healthy ongoing routine. I welcome my good manners. I'm 12 weeks in and keep checking in with my new companions. I keep conversations going by calling my good manners.